Alright guys, we fishermen here in Alabama are very blessed that we don't have the problem that the northern anglers have, such as our water freezing up all winter. We are very blessed to here in northern Alabama we might get 1 day, 2 days a year maybe that our lakes or ponds may freeze up. Sometimes rare occasions 3 or 4 days, but that would probably be it for the year. It's not really a deal for us, and so we're very fortunate we get to fish all year. Um, Open water, no restrictions. We don't have all the crazy uh, times that we could fish or closed seasons or stuff like that. So we're blessed. We do get some. We have a lot of fishermen still that kind of fall under that whole deal that, well, fish don't bite when it gets cold, and I used to be that way as well. I didn't think that you could catch fish, and I got on up bass fishing more and more and got involved in the bass fishing community and realized, man, these guys are having tournaments all year. And then there's ice fishing. Up north, they literally drill holes in the ice to fish, put their trucks out on the water, and they got their little buildings, and they fish all year too. But that water's cold, but yet they're still catching fish. So that really blows that whole myth. Well, man, the bass ain't gonna bite because it's cold. But the clips I want to share today with you is some clips that from my past videos. Um, I purposely picked out some. I don't know how many I got, 4 or 5 clips when the water temp was 50 degrees or lower, which is pretty cold. It's around the coldest that we get here. Every year or two we will get water down in the 30s. We may do that this year. We may hit 30s this year, but a lot of times 40, 41. Sometimes that's our coldest. But bass do bite in the winter, and sometimes they're a lot more active than we give them credit for. This week alone, I've had 2 buddies catch fish schooling that actually busted top of the water. So that's 46-degree water, I think, this week. So that kind of busts that whole bass ain't gonna bite when it's cold myth. These clips are all 50-degree water or lower. The first two I'm going to show you. Now the scenery might be misleading. Sunny days and pretty weather. Alabama looks like that, but our water's still cold. So let's get over in it, and then we'll talk about the other clips after these. There's one. Oh my goodness. Alright guys. Oh, easy. First little fish of the day. Don't know how many we're going to get. We don't have long. And I'm going to show you what I caught him on. One of my little flatworms that I've poured. And I mean a flatworm. And it is a solid chartreuse worm. Check that pretty little thing. Let's get him back. Guys, I came out on a pretty tough day, I believe, even though the weather is absolutely gorgeous. There's a bite. Golly. Oh, get up here, buddy. Get up here, buddy. Got him. Woo. Got us one, boys. There he is out on this cold winter day. How about that? Got the little flatworm evidence in his mouth. Oh man, and it was ready to fall out. How about that? Is that not gorgeous? He did not even pull hard to start with until I don't think he realized he was hooked. And but when he did, he took off. Get him on back. See you, buddy. Thanks for the fight. That was awesome. Alright guys, this next bait is a 5 or 5.5 inch stick bait. One that I like to use in the winter a lot of times. A lot of people like this bait. I use the cream version because we sell cream at the shop where I help out. And of course, you know, you got your Generals and your Senkos, and every company's got one, but Walmart's got a Ozark Trail one that works really good. Most of the time you see these baits thrown wacky rig. I'm just not a wacky rig fan. I know they're really good at catching fish, but I choose, as you'll see, Texas rig is my favorite way, either weightless or with a weight. I've got probably a 1/4 ounce weight. I would have to guess. I don't know if I said this on the clip or not, but probably my normal go-to is a 1/4 ounce to up to a 3/8, and it works in the winter time. You know, even a smaller weight sometimes. I'll go down to an 1/8 or a 1/16 if I want it to really go down a little slower. But I'm not exactly sure on this particular today, because this was, you know, a while back, but my normal go-to is a weight, because I want to feel that bait on that bottom. I want to feel the rocks and the sticks and the stumps when I bang off of one. Now if I get up into grass or something like that, I want to go down a really lower weight size around the edges of grass and just let it kind of glide down. But in this case, this is a Texas rig, and pretty nice fish I pulled out with it. Let's go check it out. There's a bite, boys. Let's see if he's gonna hold on. I gotta check. Yes. Oh God. Another good one, I think. Man, yeah. Look at my boat go. Whoa, that may be a big spot. Man, he's digging. He is digging. Get up here, buddy. Get up here, buddy. Golly. Woo! Oh, what a find. God, they're getting bigger. This one's bigger. Golly. You gotta keep attention on them. That worm fell out in the net. This one's fat. This one, my fist will go in its mouth. Check. That's awesome. That is freaking awesome. Golly, boys. Let me touch his tail. I don't got, my God. That's 7
That's probably 8 pounds. That's 2 8-pounders in 2 weeks. At least 8, if not more. I don't catch many 8-pounders, so if I seem a little goofy, hey, I love it. Get her up and get a picture. I'll get one still out of that footage later on. Get in the boat, boy. Easy, big guy. Largemouth. Off a worm. He eat it up. Alright guys, number 1 for Wheeler. Largemouth in the boat. Let's go get us another. Well, that last fish was also on a Texas rig. But that one was I think that was a regular 6-inch Texas rig worm. But what we're about to see, and you see I'm in a completely different area now. I'm up on the Tennessee River. Water up there is in the 40s. I think it's 46, 47 degrees. We had a warm day. We got out and fished, but the water has not caught back up, so it's rising, but it's still cold. But what you're gonna see on these next couple actually confirms what, you know, a lot of us have known for years and years, is bass are still extremely active in the cold water. They still got to eat, and they will chase baits. So let's go check this out. My kind of fishing right here, this is something I really love to do. I'm getting shallow, and I'm looking for actively feeding fish. Let's go see what we come up with. Let's go. back. We're gonna put you back. Alright guys. Number 2. In the boat on Wheeler. Water temps in the high 40s. It is cold, Jack. I gotta get back off the bank now. I think I might have found me a little stretch that's got some fish and a train. Gotcha. Oh my goodness. Old spinner bait's coming through in the clutch. Check it out, boys. Number 3. Finally found a little bit of something that looked like might have a fish. And sure enough, I've grinded and grinded. My partner's grinded. He's gone around to fish the bridge. And that might have been a mistake, or he might be over there loading the boat. I don't know, but I know I've got 2 working this bank. And ain't that pretty? Pretty little bass. Let's get her back. Bye, girl.
Well, guys, that was a lot of fun for me. I hope you enjoyed as I took you back through some of my older clips. It was kind of cool to go back through some of the old stuff that I've done, places I've been, and there were a lot more fish on a few of those than others. I know one of those was off of one of my best days that I'd ever had, and it's just cool to go back sometimes and look. But the good thing about having as many videos in the past as I actually have is it's like a video diary. I can pull them up, or you guys that watch the channel, you can go back in my playlist and look at winter time or summertime or whatever season. I've got a playlist that's got them all separated out. It's like a video diary, and whether I intended on teaching something that day or not, I can always go back and look and say, man, I was catching them on this, and see where I was fishing. And I didn't really intend on having that to fall back on when I started this, but it's kind of neat now that it's there and it's in place. So if you're ever having an issue with a certain month, feel free to come on back, go through my playlist, check out whatever season you may run across something on the lake, especially if you're around North Alabama, that will help you in that situation. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I think we've nailed down the fact that some of these guys that don't fish during the winter, they just don't want to get out there because it's cold, because the fish actually will bite, and they do bite. And not only do they bite slow moving baits like the drop shot, the Texas rig worm, I know they hit a jig in the winter, but they will also hit moving baits, like a crankbait or a spinnerbait. So thanks so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, it would be an honor if you did. It's a fact that most YouTubers that view our channels are not subscribed yet. So it would help me a lot. So if you're not subscribed, hit that button. I'll catch you guys next week. We're going to get something else out for you to see. And until then, stay safe out on the water. Stay warm. And I'll see you next time. I'm out of here.